Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever and whenever you are. My name is John, or Last Frontier Bricks, and this is my review of the LEGO Creator Winter Holiday Train. It is set number 40700, comes with 294 pieces, and was available during LEGO Insiders Week 2024, or as a gift with purchase if you spent $170 or more. But if you want to pick this up at a much more reasonable price, you can get it on Bricklink for as little as $9, depending on where you live, and if you guys don't mind paying for international shipping. Lego's put out a good number of these Christmas trains on the holidays. However, I believe this one to be a bit more significant than the others, considering the fact that most of the other Christmas trains that came out have been poly bags with about 100 pieces, while this one gets its own box and has nearly 300 pieces. Not to mention, the fact that the price, the necessary price, is quite a bit higher than usual. You usually need to spend like around 100 to get the polybag one, whereas this one was 175. Anyway, just taking a look at the box art, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. The red, green, and gold Christmas color scheme looks fantastic. The build looks looks pretty fun, and it's got a wonderful background. Very Polar Express look for it. Take a look at the back. You can see a much better view of the train, along with seeing that going from the front of the engine all the way back to the back car. This thing's a good foot long, so pretty decent size. When we say most of the other ones are only a few inches long. So let's go ahead and get this guy open. There we go. Just a quick slice, and we got the box open. We got 1, 2, 3 bags for this thing. Wow, and there's actually 2 instruction manuals. So I'm guessing instruction manual 1 is going to cover. Yep, instruction manual 1 covers the engine and what would be the coal car, plus quite a few of the presents, with the back 2 covering the second car, or more of the presents and the tree. So I think this is going to be a quick, fun little build. Let's go ahead and jump into the time lapse for this one, starting right now. Alright, the build is done. That took no more than an hour, but despite it only being 300 pieces, it's actually a rather fun build. I will say right off the top that, once again, I really love the red, green, and gold coloration, along with a little bit of black and white to spread out. We'll take a look at the engine first, which is actually my personal favorite. It is a 4x6 engine, 4 wheels in the front and 6 in the back. I love all the little details they threw in, like they use one of these 1x2 cheese slopes with grates in it to simulate some stairs. I like the use of the golden leaf pieces, both on the side of the cab and on the front. One of my favorite pieces used is this piece right here. It's supposed to be used for Monkey Kid, but it makes a perfect representation of the smoke coming out of the smokestack. The cow catcher here on the front uses quite a few of these red, like, flag-shaped pieces. There's 4 of them to be exact, and it makes for a nice shape. Got a couple of light scenes on the front, both on the sides into the front here, and one there up on top in front of the smokestack. And just a wonderful, fun, beautiful looking build. Plus, you got a little bit of extra detail, like, say, for example, you got the 1x1 bricks with the stud on the side. You take a look at the back, the empty square space makes for good windows for the cab. Plus, you got a 1x2 transparent brick in the back. You go where in front, where you can make out a couple of gauges. Maybe one's for speed, one's for boiler pressure. Again, very well done looking engine. Also, the whole train uses the small ball joint clips to make the whole thing work. Moving on to the second car, which is probably supposed to be the coal car, where you would have all the coal to fuel the engine, but instead it's loaded up. It's loaded up with Christmas presents, which I really like the colors they use, whether it be the light blue, the dark blue, or the light green or almost turquoise that's mixed in, plus a good mix of gold as well. So that's done really well. And then if this bigger one, you got a couple more, got a couple more of those presents all in the same colors, and a nice little Christmas tree going on here. It's a super simple build, probably has less than a dozen pieces, but it looks really nice. Got the nice star on the top, and the whole thing's on one of these 2x2 turntable pieces, so the whole thing can spin in a full 360 degrees. So a nice little bit of detailing there. So for a $175 GWP, this is actually really fun, and it's a good size too. Like I mentioned on the box, the whole thing from front to back is a good foot long. So this is a pretty decently sized train, and it's quite a bit bigger than the other Lego Christmas trains gift purchases. Like most of those are polybag size, and the whole train is about the length of the engine alone. Well, again, this thing's almost 300 pieces, and look how much bigger this thing is. It's like twice the length of what you would usually get, and it was big enough to come in its own box. And again, this was a gift with purchase. I was only at the time was only available during Lego Insiders Week this year in mid-late November. But again, you can pick this up on Bricklink for as little as $9 plus shipping, depending on where you get it from and if you're willing to pay for international shipping. But in the U.S., there's the cheapest one I saw in the U.S. was like $12-15. So again, this is, and even for that price, I'd say this is a pretty solid. Pretty solid build. Pretty solid build. You get a good amount of pieces. It's a solid build. It's a fun build. It looks good. Seriously, guys, if you guys haven't picked this up and you want to, you're a big Christmas, you want to add to your Lego Christmas collection, you're a train guy, you're like me. Seriously, I see no reason why you shouldn't pick this up. This is a fun build. It looks good. I think you guys would really enjoy this one. This one was a fun one, and I'm glad I was able to pick it up when I did. And I thought this would be a fun one to do for Christmas Day. So that'll be the end of this video. Thank you for joining me for it. If you guys enjoyed it, you know what to do. Hit like, subscribe, all that stuff. Ring the bell to be notified of all videos as soon as they become available. Check out my channel and some more of my content on the end screen in just a few seconds. I'll see you all in the next video, and I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas.